Hello, it's Jason here at Suffer City. I'm going to be covering down on some of the row functions, features, technique, and ways in which you can improve your rowing for maximal efficiency, whether or not you're doing a HYROX or just going for a long row. Now, the more aware that you are over the basic fundamentals of this, the better of an experience you'll have. So let's get right into it. Now, from here, we're going to talk about the catch. Right, this is the first portion of our row stroke. It's going to be the point at which you start to feel this chain catch or the handle catch and begin to develop a little bit of resistance. It'll look and sound a little bit like this on the catch. Now, as you can see right there at that point, I'm gripping and I want to drive my whole body back, and it's going to look and sound a lot like this. So immediately following that catch, we go into the drive. Now the boom, and then the drive. Catch, drive, catch, drive. And at the end of that drive, I'm starting to come through and extend a little bit more through the hips and the knees together. Third part of my row stroke is going to be the pull. Pulling back all the way through, feeling my shoulder blades retract as well. So again, I got the catch, the drive, and the pull. So at this point, knees are in extension, hips are starting to come out of that hinge or that flexion a little bit. I'm fully pulled back through the shoulders and the back, and I got a decent grip still on the handle. Now from the pull, two things need to happen. I have a hinge back, and then I release over the knees. One more time, I catch, drive, pull, I hinge back and release over the knees. So again, that big portion, that hinge starts as I've pulled all the way back, and then to begin my next stroke, I'm not gonna release first. I'm gonna set, it's almost like I'm pushing my heels into the foot plates, bringing my hips back, hinging through the waist, and that allows me to come forward very easily, back into my start position where I feel the catch, the drive, and the pull. So some of the common errors we'll definitely see, starting to choke a little bit too hard and just grab and pull with the upper body before driving. So of course we gotta be patient, be patient, be patient. Another thing we'll see a lot in terms of errors, not enough core stabilization. If you ever find yourself pulling in this and the seat slides out from under the hips, that's an indication that your core is not properly pressurized or stable. So make sure you're bearing down, tight through the core gives you a good drive, so that you can begin your pull. A lot of times with our pull, big errors we'll see, people just sitting straight up and not getting a full length pull all the way to their finished position. Just kind of short stroking it and coming back too soon without getting a good full range of motion pull. Then of course, when we get back to the start position, a lot of the times you'll see rowers coming forward and having to put their hands over the knees to get to the start position. That's telling us a couple things. We're not patient with our release, and we're definitely not hinging. So when we come into the breathing mechanics, and believe me, your breathing is just as mechanical as the body moving on this row erg. So I generally go for a 2 breath pattern per row stroke, and so I'll oftentimes bear down aggressively, good exhales, I'm coming back, and then as I'm getting back into the start position, I'll have another exhale just before I pressurize. And it'll look and sound just like this. So I'm exhaling as I pull all the way back, and then I take another short little exhale just before I bring air in to pressurize again and drive. So some people will prefer a single exhale method. I go for the double exhale method. Seems to energize the body and keep me sustainably working at a high output for a longer duration of time. So hey, I hope you're able to learn something basic from this row tutorial. Remember, you got to get the catch, stay strong through the drive and the pull. Make sure you're hinging and releasing over the knees before you get back to your start position. Now, you're gonna have to practice this. So I encourage taking a 3K or a 5K row and just working on technique, working on the breathing, becoming familiar and efficient with this row stroke. This is Jason in Suffer City. Until next time, be great.